We're gonna have a good time tonight. Good morning from Ketchikan, Alaska. I'm Steven, she's Andie, and we've got some weather today.
Today we stop at Ketchikan, the last port of our Alaska cruise. We get soaked hiking in the rainforest, learn about totem poles, and then check out downtown Ketchikan and historic Creek Street.
All right, Ketchikan, bring it on. We're ready for you. We don't even care if we don't look cute.
I think we look awesome.
Definitely a GoPro day for shooting. Not gonna risk our good cameras for this weather. But we come prepared, all conditions, we got it covered.
We started the day with a shore excursion we booked through the cruise, a very rainy rainforest hike.
So the Tongass National Forest is the world's largest deciduous rainforest. And, well, we're definitely getting the rain part of that today. We're about to take a tour through the forest. We're gonna hike about a mile, and then we're also gonna go to an eagle sanctuary and check out some totem poles.
So in this forest, there are black bear, gray wolves, eagles. We'd be stoked if we see any of those things.
That's a bear cub claw mark from when they were either just scratching their claws on the tree or climbing up it. We decided literally the day before we flew out to get waterproof boots. I am so glad we did. What a good call. Do not come to Alaska without them. Kind of reminds me of the sequoias. Beautiful. We learned that these totem poles are all carved from a single tree. It is a solid length of wood. These are not items stacked one on top of each other. It's really amazing craftsmanship. Unfortunately, we didn't get to actually see someone at work, but we did see a totem pole in progress inside the sawmill.
We learned that totem poles serve purposes such as telling stories or marking territory, but they're not religious, which is why Native Americans are able to share them with us so freely.
That rainforest tour was awesome, but I'm a little bit bummed because the group that went just ahead of us actually saw a bear. I really wanted to see a bear. Now we're in the heart of Ketchikan, and we're gonna explore here for a couple hours before we have to get back on the ship.
We don't normally buy souvenirs when we travel anymore, but we found a cool gallery where we picked up a small print by a nearby Canadian artist, and we got some items to take home to Mom and Dad for watching the dogs. We also briefly considered another purchase.
I think we found your souvenir.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. Alaska coffee.
Okay, Alaska Coffee Company, so good. Nice strong coffee here. Steven, he is very judgmental of coffee and hates a weak brew. And he is loving his. We also got a maple-covered, custard-filled donut there. It was warm, delicious. I gotta tell you, it's warm and fresh.
Oh my God.
So good, especially after being on the ship almost all week now. And I gotta say, the baked goods on the ship are not great. Everything is really dry. So it was nice to get a good, warm, fresh pastry.
Behind me you'll see Dollies, which is a museum now, but it once was a very famous brothel. Much like in Skagway, brothels were very abundant back in the day. The law here at the time was that these brothels couldn't be built on land, so to skirt that, they built them on these stilts out over the creek.
Where's Steven?
What?
Where'd he go? Oh, okay, good. Just making sure.
Okay, finally, time for lunch. We can't leave the state without trying some Alaska crab legs.
Okay, so after seeing the prices for king crab legs, we decided we can leave the state without trying them, but we're still gonna get some other delicious seafood while we're here.
I don't know if you can see, but my hair is just clumped with wet. I need a comb so bad. Anyhow, we are inside. We finally sat down to start ordering lunch, and I think it took us about 30 minutes practically to take off. Okay, that's an exaggeration. It took us about 5 minutes maybe to get all the layers off of us. The ponchos, our jackets, our backpacks, our gear, and we're soaked. We're absolutely soaked up to the shoulders practically. Down our legs. I think the only part of either one of us that's still dry are our feet. Next trip, we get waterproof suits from head to toe. Waterproof onesies. That's going to be the way to go next time we come someplace like this. Well, guys, this is our last day in Alaska. Oh, but this has been such an amazing trip. We got to see and do so much, and we didn't see bears, but man, we had a great whale experience in Juneau. If you didn't see that, you should go back and watch it. It was a blast. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you coming on this amazing adventure with us, and we cannot wait to take you on the next one. Stay tuned.
See you next time.